Good team, Scorpio.
Thank you, Marty.
Got hit the spot. Had a cool morning for a change, too.
Yeah, it's much better today, isn't it?
What was that? What are you talking about?
I heard something.
Do you hear anything?
Just the sound of his jangling nerves.
I heard something.
Knock it off, Prescott. Scorpio's a long ways away.
Valentine, can you hear me? Hang on a second. Okay. Yeah, listen, thank you for calling back on time. No, Donnelly's very conveniently provided us with a cellular phone for the doctors to keep in touch with the hospital. Look, let's get down to business. What do you got for me? Doesn't make any sense.
What doesn't make any sense, Robert?
Life. Life doesn't make much sense, Sean. On that note, I think I'll grab a breath of fresh air.
Oh, right. Grant, was Robert using that phone?
Yeah.
Who was he calling?
Sean, I just had come in from the dining car. I only caught a part of the conversation. I think he was trying to track down Holly.
Yeah, but who was he talking to?
I didn't catch that.
Did he speak to you at all about Holly?
He told me that he tried London the other day with no success. I gathered that call was someone in Port Charles. I think he's worried.
Oh, well, she hasn't been gone that long, and besides, she walked out on him.
I realize that, but I did sense genuine concern in his voice.
Maybe he's just putting up a front for all their friends here on the train.
It's always possible.
Yeah. The front he is putting up is being pretty careless with it, isn't he? You and I both saw him at the park with Anna, and I know damn sure that he spent the night with Anna at the Port Charles Hotel last week.
Then perhaps Holly is well out of it.
Yeah, it always happens.
What always happens?
Oh, the old odd man out situation.
What are you talking about, Marty?
Well, whenever three people are isolated from the rest of the world, one of those three always becomes odd man out.
So it's not exactly a happy little camping trip, you know.
Well, it happens on happy little camping trips, too.
Really? That's very interesting.
Oh, come off it.
No, I find it interesting. I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not just making this up, you know.
I bet you've done some research on it.
Yes, I have.
What a great line.
Well, it just so happens, and I did read this, that the person with the weakest psychological profile starts going off as rocker first.
How can one tell?
They go on talking jags. They start hearing things.
Oh, really?
And another interesting thing about this combination of three people.
Look, do I really have to sit here and listen to this?
Take a hike.
Go on, Marty.
You realize that you never hear about three people tending a lighthouse.
No. No, I suppose you don't. You mean one of those isolated lighthouses?
Right, it's against the law. It's against the rules in a lot of countries.
Look, what exactly are you trying to do, Marty?
I'm having an interesting conversation with Mrs. Scorpio.
Well, I'll tell you what. You want a little psychological talk? Let me tell you something. Right now, all you're doing is you're showing off.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and that is it. Because I am the boss here, and you are not.
Must be lonely at the top.
Numero uno. That is me, yes.
Well, you can have it, Prescott. I wonder if, Robert Scorpio is onto you yet.
On to me.
Yeah, and coming for you, huh?
I'm not worried about Robert Scorpio.
I want you to tell Sean you want to hit the town to do some shopping.
Anna, why don't you and I go do some shopping? Doesn't that sound like fun? We could look for antiques or something.
That would be a great idea, Felicia. Yes, we'll do that.
Good girl. Now listen, while you're there, check out the Telegraph and get those photos that Valentine sent.
Okay. Come on, I can hardly wait to get started.
Oh, me neither.
Careful.
Oh, the lovely ladies.
Hi.
Lovely ladies. Enjoy yourselves now. Watch your step. That's it.
Going
Watch
stop.
it. Watch it. Ah. This ought to be an interesting stop, Robert.
Yes. Very interesting.
Don't ask us why we took so long. The pictures were late in arriving.
So we thought we'd do some shopping for cover.
I'll give you a hand with this.
Here they are.
Well, Grant, look at these. See who you know. Anna, you too.
All right.
When Anna's finished with the photographs, Felicia, you look too. Maybe you'll recognize somebody you saw around Kelly's.
Hold it a second. Hold it.
What?
This is the man I met in Sean's room a little while ago.
City's name's here's Herb Clark. I remember this guy.
Well, that may be Herb Clark, but Sean introduced him as Todd Coffey.
That's our boy.
Read his demo, Robert.
He's a demolition expert.
Not a frogman.
Straw man. Sean's put in a straw man. He's put that in for your benefit. Any ideas about that?
Not a one. Unless
he's starting to suspect you.
Exactly.
I think we should assume that Sean is going to be suspicious of everyone, including Grant.
Yeah, she's right. He can't have much to go on at the moment.
No, he doesn't. Well, not anything I know of, at least.
Pictures are stuck together.
Yeah, they are.
What do you got?
Mrs. Prescott.
Yeah.
What's Sean's game?
Well, I should think that he's asking himself that right now about you and all of us.
Felicia's jewelry has certainly rattled his cage.
Not to mention what it did to me.
I'll take care of you, all right?
Maybe we should rattle Sean's cage again.
Miss your husband?
Yes, but I won't for long because he's going to find me soon.
I doubt that. With all the cooperation you've given us, I don't think your husband's going to be looking for you for a long, long time.
I don't know what you mean by cooperation.
Oh, I think you do, Mrs. Scorpio. You're bright. I'll give you that. The day you walked into my arms in Sean Donnelly's office, you had said goodbye to your husband forever. In fact, I believe you made him promise to not come looking for you.
But Robert is a very impatient man.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, he may keep his promise not to come and find me, but he's certainly going to want to know how I am. So he's going to start calling various people to find out. Do you follow me?
No one will know where you are, so no one will be able to tell him.
Exactly. So he will know that something's wrong.
You're very sure of that?
Of course. I don't think you'll be smiling for very long, Mr. Prescott.
You're so confident, Mrs. Scorpio.
Robert will find me. And when he does, he'll take care of you. He's a very passionate man.
So I hear.
And he can be very vengeful.
Or his passion could take another turn.
What do you mean?
There's a very good chance that right now, right at this moment, your husband isn't missing you at all, Mrs. Scorpio. Remember, I'm in constant contact with Sean.
I know one thing. I'm not going to believe another word that Sean Donnelly says.
Well, then it shouldn't bother you if I tell you that right now your husband is heavily involved with Anna Devane.
Oh, that's rubbish.
Is it? Just so happens that right now they're on a nice little pleasure jaunt together.
Robert and Anna?
Robert and Anna.